Oh, we're live. All right, guys. This is Frank with Under the Influence. I have my two other co-hosts. Hannah, say hi.
Hi.
Bubba, say what's up.
What's up, Bubba?
Bubba's rocking his chef hat today. And apparently Hannah's wearing her mouse ears.
Yeah, because I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow.
Yes. Me and Hannah are going to Disneyland tomorrow with her friend Brittany, who I'm meeting for the first time, so that'll be fun. Yeah,
Is it a
tell me.
Is it a blind,
What?
What would you...
is that a blind date kind of thing?
No.
No.
Is
I
it?
was asking. Dear Lord, don't talk about
I
my
know,
head.
right? You could cut that freaking, what do they say that? No one knows what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah, me and Hannah are actually going to Disneyland tomorrow. I'm super excited because it's been a few weeks since I've gone to Disneyland. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge fan. I have a pass. Try to go at least every other week. Hannah, when was the last time you went?
Do you really want to get into this right now? It's been
I really want to get into this.
2.5 months since I've been to Disney. So, as you can imagine, this Disney princess is not very happy.
Oh. Bubba, when was the last time you went to Disneyland?
I think I was like 5.
Out. Get out of this chat room.
Okay.
Just,
I think I don't get out much mainly because of that no shoes, no shirt rule.
Wait, you're telling me you can't go to Disneyland and not wear shoes and a shirt?
I live in Hemet. I didn't have shoes until I was like 12.
there's something about living in heaven and people with shoes and shirts on. It just doesn't exist.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you go to, like, the beach is like the one place. I don't know.
I don't go to the
Since Frank's actually introducing us, I'm drinking orange juice and vodka today.
I was about to get to that.
I'm sure you were.
I was about to get to that. Bubba, what are you indulging in tonight? Oh my.
I get what? Who? What?
Oh man, well we all know what Bubba's doing, and I'm going to my fabled old drink of Tecate. My favorite thing to do. Have a good time. Well, Hannah, why don't you start off what we're going to talk about tonight?
Oh, yeah, let me tell you what we're going to talk about tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about Frank's attitude.
Really? You can put me on blast like that on the internet. That's awesome.
I'm just kidding, you guys. He has a great attitude. I just didn't have anything to say right off the bat. So today I had the scariest thing ever happen to me. Frank and I have been trying to do this whole Disneyland thing for about a week now. And it was like, okay, whatever. It wasn't working out on Monday. Tuesday it didn't work out. Wednesday it didn't work out. And Thursday it didn't work out. And Friday's coming around and he's like, hey, let's go to Disneyland. I said, okay. So I'm looking online today and I text Frank and I'm like, oh my God, Disneyland's open until 6 tonight. Because freaking kids have to celebrate Halloween, so they close down all of Disneyland. So I texted him, and about 15 minutes later, I realized there's a whole other park that we can explore. It's open till midnight, so we will be under the influence of alcohol and margaritas tomorrow. That was my little rant.
That was your little thing?
Yeah, I'm just really excited to wear, like, Disney clothes and ears and be a Disney tourist. And I'm going to bring my camera and I'm going to take pictures.
Oh my God.
I'm going to like get with the characters and maybe get some signatures. And I'm going to bring back all these great memories for our next Under the Influence. Because I'll be completely hammered while I'm there doing all this.
Well, I was thinking about bringing my GoPro with me actually and filming some stuff. So it'll be
That'd be great.
What?
That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be pretty fun. Yeah.
So far, viewers haven't been able to tell. Obviously, Frank's in a good mood today.
I'm in a great mood. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm in a great mood. So I'm a little distracted because I want to turn the noise off on my messenger on Facebook because it keeps going off, and yeah. But
We do have a fourth member of the group, or we did. I don't know if his number's been retired.
no, we still do. He's still around. I know we keep talking about like he's a myth, a legend, but the great Adam will be joining us. Unfortunately, again, he's having technical difficulties. I'm gonna have to physically go over to his house and figure this out. It's going down. I don't know what's going on, but I will figure it out. Damn it, I will.
Maybe
If anybody can do it, Frank, you can.
Maybe he needs to get rid of dial-up.
Hey, I remember the pain of dial-up. Dial-up was terrible, and man, I just remember yelling at my mom, "Ma, get out the phone! I'm trying to get on the internet."
Okay, what about like your AOL bar when you were like talking to your crush in middle school, and it's like thinking, and it's slowly thinking, and you're like, I just need to get on AOL Instant Messenger, and it never happened.
How did that go?
Yeah, please do that again.
Okay, never mind. Obviously, nobody ever had a crush on AOL Instant Messenger.
I did. I'm trying to think who it was. I remember.
I remember having a crush and having to strap on the balls to go up to the girl and talk to her. Be like, ha, ha, ha. How hot is it here? Like, I could never, like, fully talk to girls. Like, I was the big dumb one in the corner. Like, hi, how you doing? Like, I couldn't do it. I can't. I just couldn't.
Why?
That takes a lot of courage for a guy to go up to a girl and put his heart out on a string. Like, not like, because guys are so dumb, they're just like, da-da-da, like, we are afraid of just saying everything in the first 3 seconds of just, I love you, I want to marry you, I want to meet your family. Like, we're just afraid of that. Like, am I wrong?
I feel like there's so much wrong with this conversation. You were like 10, right? Like, we're not, I don't know. I think this escalated really quickly.
No. I couldn't talk to girls, like, through high school and stuff. Like, I didn't go to prom because I would have had to ask a girl out. Yeah, I know. Yeah. We can talk about this. I don't care. I didn't go to prom because, nope. I wasn't asking nobody.
You know, I kind of had an issue with it at first, like, because like how you were saying, Bubba, you know, it's hard to go out there and like lay it down and just be like, hey, so we should totally go. But I don't think I ever had like an issue asking anyone. I think I actually only went stag 1 year, and it wasn't even like 1 year. It was till one prom I went to, because I remember I have several friends that went to different schools, and I ended up going to like several different proms or like homecomings each year.
That's great. It's not cool.
Well, I'm not saying I'm cool. I'm just saying I had a lot of different friends that went to different high schools, and I think the only time I went stag, and it's really because there was no one I wanted to go with, was I don't know. You remember this, Hannah? Which I should probably say me and Hannah went to high school together. Was my sophomore year to, or no, my junior year to prom. I went stag because there was no one I really wanted to ask.
Who was I going to prom with? I'm just thinking, okay, time out, just so everybody knows I'm not like this conceited biatch. Frank took me to my first dance, my sophomore year of high school, so my homecoming game, and Frank also took me to my last prom. So I'm just wondering, prom? Never mind, let's not talk about junior year prom. I know more.
Wait, junior year prom?
Is that what it was, or junior high school?
Junior year prom is the one you don't want to talk about. But junior year prom, I don't remember who you went with. You went with someone dumb, I think.
Prom or homecoming?
Prom.
I definitely went with somebody that's not the smartest person we've ever met.
All of a sudden, I feel like the third wheel in the conversation.
Sorry.
I'm just sorry.
One last question. Wait, was it Andy that you went with?
I don't name drop online.
That's a yes. Either way. But
Great guy. Now with a kid and a wife. Awkward.
Social media has messed it up for young kids for like confidence and stuff. Like, you could shoot a girl a text, and you know, like, if she's not going to respond in the first few minutes, because you're checking that phone every 3 seconds. Like, social media has messed it up for guys. Like, guys
That's
can't
not
handle a
true. What
breakup.
if I leave my phone at home, or I had to take a shower?
What I'm saying is, it's made it harder for guys to take breakups.
I agree with that. I think I hate text messaging. Social media, I kind of hate, but at the most part, I hate text messaging specifically because it makes it harder just to know what's going on. Like, I get, Hannah, you're saying, like, what if I'm in the shower, what if I'm doing this? And that waiting sometimes can cause, that, like, oh my God, is she playing a game? And, like, you might not even be, you're just taking a shower, you might be eating, or,
Right, but we have you married off. We have you with 3 kids already. Men's minds race like that. Like, a woman's mind.
I'm already married with 3 children. Awesome.
A woman's mind races like that about bills and stuff, and children needing to get to school. And if a man doesn't hear from a woman within like 5 minutes, he's got you moved out, married, white picket fence, the dog, 3 kids, and you could just be in the shower. But we've told ourselves that, okay, it's over. And there was nothing really there to begin with. Like, you know what I mean?
I just want to say, Bubba, that I think that all men should be more like you, because I feel like guys now are just kind of like, oh, she's not going to text me back? Let me go to my side girlfriend. And then it's totally fine. I mean, I've had more than half of my boyfriends cheat on me. It's cool. Whatever. Like, I just feel like guys are...
But that's the reason that they cheat on you, is because you're like, whatever. You chop off their left nut, I guarantee you the next one is not going to cheat. You realize you're going to get a reputation like gold, like red carpet really be laid out before you get to each class. Hey, that's a girl that went psycho and cut off that dude's left. Nobody's going to fuck with you or going to, like, I guarantee you. Go crazy one time. Go Mexican one time, I guarantee it.
Yeah. I think it goes both ways, though, because, I mean, I've had it where I dated a girl. I'm pretty laid back when it comes to dating somebody. Like, I don't know, you go do your thing, I'll go do my thing, we'll meet up eventually in the middle or something, we'll communicate. But that's also gotten me into trouble where it's like, they think I'm, like, not paying attention to them because I'm not wondering where they're at, which is annoying as hell, because, like, why do I need to wonder where you're at when you just told me? Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like there's this, like, really fine line now, like, when you're dating, it's like, oh, but I need to hang out with you all the time. And it's like, no, like, if you're with me 24/7, then you're like my spouse. Like, what's the difference now between marrying you and dating you? Absolutely freaking nothing, because I have to be with you all the goddamn time. You know what I mean? Like,
it makes it hard because you run out of shit to talk about, and then you just start looking at each other like, oh, same person. Like, you can't, a marriage doesn't survive with 2 people joined at the hips doing the same damn thing, the same damn place. Like, you taking a pee? Oh, I was going to take a pee. Like, you can't do that in a relationship. You have to have his and her time. Like, you go out and hang out with the guys, I'll go hang out with the girl. Like, I'll go hang out with the girls anytime. But but you know what I mean. Like, you can't be suffocated like that, because the apartness is what will make the relationship grow even fonder. Like, I think that's the way it works. I know I'm not smart, but if you're away from them and then you have shit to come back to the table with, and you sound like you're intelligent, or you have a busy day, like, I don't know, it just makes you, oh, I did nothing. I played on my apps and my online game, and I did the same shit, like.
People that are so involved in each other, it's like, get your own hobbies. Like, leave each other alone for a little while. You can be your own person, please. Suffocating me, and I'm not even in the relationship with you.
Yeah.
That'll turn a woman off, but that's men's insecurities.
Yeah, it can be. I think sometimes it's both. I mean, I've met guys that straight up want to be with them all the time, and then girls that want to do the same. But what was it? Men's Health did like a study or something like that, where it's actually, they say men need to have 3 times a week of guy time, and girls need to have 3 times a week of girl time for them to have like a healthy relationship. Like that's what helps it grow more because they're not as close to each other or with each other all the time at least.
Absolutely, and they have something to talk about. Like, hey, how was guys' night? And then they come back and they're like, we talked about motorcycles and engines and this is new in this world, and like you kind of like catch up that way, right? I mean, you guys do talk about absolutely nothing, so.
I mean, okay, do you want me to come back at you and be like, well, actually, me and Sean were talking about the politics of Obamacare and social reform and how we act, all this crazy stuff, because it does happen. Don't get me wrong, but unless you're into somebody that's super political or someone that's super into that one niche thing, it's not going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, but you're like, what, not like all the other guys out there, so I'm sure, you have normal conversations.
I think it's not. I think you're in a society now where you're afraid to have your own thought. If you're in a group of people, or guys aren't like that. Right? Guys will go with the flow. They're not gonna go down a bumpy road or change anything.
Grow some cojones.
Hey, you're talking to a guy that's had 35 jobs and has tried every damn thing under the sun and has learned the hard way. Like, I've taught myself how to do everything I know how to do. There's
real man, gentlemen, please pay attention to Bubba.
Like, you can't learn. Google's not going to teach you everything. Like, you can't just live your life online and think you're going to read a book or read a pamphlet on how to try to treat women. It just ain't going to happen. It just, I don't know. The way that women are now in the news and the way that women are being, abused and stuff like that, that stuff's been going on for years. That's just been going on for a long time. It's just popular people have been getting in the news doing it. Like, people don't want to talk about it because on both sides, you don't want to be, the victim doesn't want to talk about it, and the law doesn't want to talk about it. Domestic violence, they will roll 2 or more police officers every time to a domestic violence call because you don't know which way they're going to turn. You'll be there to save the lady and to help her, and all of a sudden she'll be beating on you, wanting you to not take him to jail. Like, wait a minute, you're just getting your teeth knocked out, and I'm here to take him to jail, and you want me to leave him alone? Like, those 2 things, that's what public people don't want you to see. That's what the NFL is dealing with. Like,
oh yeah.
If Ray Rice's wife got up and left him, that would make a bigger statement than what the NFL is doing to him. You know what I mean? For women around, and that's what I was trying to say. Like, women need to stand up and be like, no, motherfucker, I have the power. Like, pussy is the power. I don't know why men don't understand that. Like, women know it for years. Like, women need to realize that. Like, pussy power. I don't know. I'm going to have a t-shirt made up like that. But you have the pussy, you have the power. You need to respect the power. That's all I'm saying. What?
I don't know, maybe.
What?
Sometimes.
Am I right? Did you read that in a book, Hannah? Am I somewhat in the ballpark?
Yeah, you're right. Except for that 1 week a month, you pretty much nailed it.
Yeah. Oh, the 1 week. You mean when that flow comes from Redlands?
Well, take a dirt road instead.
Yeah. We rather go like fishing or hunting or something.
Sorry.
Oh, don't apologize. Just everyone on the internet knows your thoughts right now.
My drink is starting to as usual. I think the beginning of this episode I'm really boring, and then all of a sudden I'm like, look at Hannah! Woohoo! Yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry.
That's cool. Cool.
So Frank, what's your topic for the day?
Well, I guess we can talk about. I'm going to New York at the end of the month, and I'm pretty excited about that. That's gonna be fun. So yeah, we're gonna go. I'm going with my family. My parents asked me if I wanted to tag along, and I was like, sure, I'll go to New York. So I'm taking the opportunity to actually go and do some stand-up in New York, which is pretty cool, and then go and check out some live bands and talk about, promote my podcast, Local Band Guys. And, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, that sounds extremely fun.
Hopefully, Bubba disappeared. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, it's just you and I now.
Fun. Yeah, no, I'm excited. It should be a good time.
We're better together. I think I just got bit. I did. Gosh. Maybe I didn't. Maybe that's my bone. Yeah, that sounds extremely fun. It's like, what, a 5-hour flight?
Yeah, something like that. It's been a while since I've traveled to, like, the East Coast, but yeah, I remember it being like 4.5, 5 hours total.
That's so much fun. I still think I should maybe join you. Maybe we should Google flights, and maybe I'll just join you.
If you want to come, I will not stop you from coming. It'll be a fun time. So.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh.
Sorry, that was inappropriate.
It's fine. I have no problem with being inappropriate. Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's been a long time since I've gone to the East Coast. I love the East Coast. It's awesome. I'm really in love with Boston, actually. I like New York. New York is a fun time. But for me, for whatever reason, Boston was just, like, it has a lot of stuff here in Southern California you don't have. Everyone seems to talk to each other, even if they're yelling at each other. Or people are walking everywhere. I love that people are walking everywhere and, like, just very communal. And then the history that's there alone, it's crazy. We don't really have that here in Southern California. We don't have, the Liberty Bell and, Benjamin Franklin, all that kind of stuff. It's crazy.
That is a really good point. I bet I've never been on the East Coast. I've never been further than Colorado. Texas, Arkansas. I've been to Arkansas. I know. Look at Hannah, world traveler. But I could imagine that would be really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just different, from, like I said, from over here. Just the sense of history you get, and you do all the touristy things. The trail. I forget what they're called, but they have like these different tours where you go and see some crazy stuff. But you know what tripped me out though? Plymouth Rock is actually really dirty. Like people like throw like gum and like pennies at it, and it looks kind of like you're there and you're like, oh, that's where the Pilgrims landed. And I believe, if I'm not wrong, they didn't actually land on like Plymouth Rock. It just got famous by Tall Tale.
Oh.
Yeah. And part of it is actually not like, because they left part of it in like the bay, and then they broke it in half because it used to be like a giant rock, and then it slowly started getting smaller and smaller. And to preserve it, I guess it broke, so they took half of it into the museum, and the other half is like outside, and they have like gated off kind of. Yeah. So history lesson for you guys at home. Yeah.
We love history. It's like my California history class. I want to shoot myself in the face.
Why?
It's so god awful.
What
I mean, really, they were like, if you think about it, I don't know, the things you learn in like 5th grade, 4th grade, I don't remember. I don't know how old I was. Like the history, they're like, oh, the Pilgrims, they landed, and then they came across, and they slowly came across, and then the gold rush happened, everybody came to California. Everybody was already in California, and nobody wanted to live in California before the gold rush. Did you know that? Nobody wanted to live in California.
Well,
They
yeah.
were people in jail because nobody wanted to live in California. There was nothing here.
No.
So it's kind of weird. Like there were no Anglo white men, I will be correct in my language terms, wanted to live in California until the gold rush. And if they did, it was very difficult for them. And the Native Indians, they lived in California, a lot of them. And the Spanish and I guess what would have been, not technically Mexicans, but Spanish Mexicans perhaps. Don't laugh at me like that. I don't know. Why are you laughing? It's not like that. Mexico. But they were the only people here. Okay, we're done with this conversation. I'm so done with you.
I'm sorry. I just can't believe that you said Spanish Mexicans.
Because they were from Spain, and then they lived in Mexico. You know, technically they were Spanish. Okay, anyways, I'm done with you. I'm so done with you right now. You're so full of crap. You don't even know how difficult this is for me. I thought the American people just took over California. But everybody's been to California already. Whatever, I'm done with this.
It's true. It's true. Bubba, you back?
In my house that I paid so much money for, nobody even wanted to live in. So, thank you.
You know it. I'm texting you and you know it.
So, yeah, we're sitting here talking about what Hannah said, Spanish Mexicans.
Spanish Mexicans.
That's
It's
how
not
she
like
said
that. It's not like that. Like a really long time ago, when nobody was in California and the Spanish landed in Mexico, and then Mexico like revolted against Spain, and then they became Mexicans, you know. But before that, they were in California.
You know, California was Mexico, or it was Spain and then Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, California was part of, from my understanding, was part of Spain, and then it became part of Mexico, and then America war, and now it's part of America. But yeah,
And then we're
that's,
so evil, and we're like, hey, we just want to take pictures of the landscape and draw it up on these glorious maps. And then they were
So
like,
then-
okay. And then we came in, and we're like, oh, but we're going to live here and never give it back to you.
Same thing with the Indians.
Same thing with the Indians. It's no different. But still.
But I like how the Indians are getting back at the white man. Getting them drunk at their casinos and taking all their shit.
It's true. They took all our money.
yeah, but they did that shit smart. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous a bit now.
Hey, and they're doing it legal.
Yeah, no, exactly. They did it right, and they got back some money. But mind you, it's not all Indians that actually got that back. Just the certain tribes that were, happened to have the right circumstances and still had enough Indians to do it. There's actually a lot of Indians in the middle of the country that don't have diddly squat. They just have like 4 acres.
There's some reservations that don't have running water.
Yeah.
That alcohol is a big prominent problem for them. Like, let's not go down this road because I just got off spousal abuse. So let's go to something else.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I don't know. Let's see. What
I'm
else?
looking for flights right now.
You're looking for what?
Flights.
For what?
A flight, like on an airplane.
Oh, for New York?
Yeah, dude. I found some really good prices.
Oh my God, you're funny. So apparently Hannah might be going on with me on my trip to New York, so that'll be fun.
I don't want to commit to that because I have commitment issues and I have school. But I'm just saying there's a flight that departs at 6:20 in the morning and land. But Frank, what airport am I flying to? Because there's a lot in New York.
LaGuardia.
There are. I don't know at this moment, but when we get off the show, I could totally tell you after.
I think I'm going to like New York.
I have a funny story about that. I was sitting one time at a 21 table in Vegas, and I had my LA Dodger gear on, like I had the jersey on and the hat. I mean, it couldn't be any bigger. And this girl sits down next to me at the table, and she was cute, everything. And she goes, "Where are you from?" Fucking New York. Fucking New York. New York, you know, when nothing grows, nothing ever stays on the ground. I had 4 or 5 people at the table that were my friends, and they were looking at me like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I played it off like to a T. Like, I didn't care how bad it sounded, but if she couldn't realize that I was from California, then she had the problem. Does that mean? Does that mean?
Nah. Nah.
No?
Nah.
Oh, Frank thinks it's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do that to you?
She's like, no.
I'm like so feeling my alcohol right now. I'm sorry. Lag time.
I saw the jar that you were drinking it out of, girl.
This is a plastic mason jar, so everybody can calm down. But the reason I used it was because it's bigger than my other mason jar.
Go get the job done.
Yeah, I feel it.
Do you really?
Well, there was no food in the cafeteria today, so I just had a little salad. So actually, I had a hot.
Well,
So,
I'm
Hannah, what do you
working
think?
on my second beer. What do you say, Bella?
What do you think of Sunday Fun Day, Hannah?
A what?
Sunday Fun Day. What do you
I
think of
love Sunday Fun Day. What are we doing on Sunday Fun Day? If it's watching football, I'm not participating.
that? No, but that's a good angle. No, I'm going to start calling my show on Sundays the Aces Sunday Fun Day. Sunday Fun Day with Bella.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm under the influence of. Right here, yep, thank you. No pictures, no pictures. Oh.
I do want you guys to know that something really awful happened today.
Oh, no.
Open
Other
up.
than thinking that Disneyland was closed. I may have borrowed, I don't want to say too much because then the police will come after me. I may have borrowed something from the ocean and stuck it in my saltwater fish tank. And it may have been a sea slug, and it may not have been a sea slug. It may not have been, though. Calm down. It may not have been. But if it was, it may have died today.
Well, you did put it in a tank that you said you have a freshwater tank or a saltwater tank.
I have a sea.
You know what?
I have a saltwater tank.
Oh, okay, then you should be fine as long as you. How
But
did
I still think he may have died because I couldn't find him.
I thought she said sea monkeys, so sorry.
sea monkeys are real. They're real things, and they're I mean they're kind of boring, but they're real things.
I know this. My first girlfriend had an obsession with them, and I was like, they are not real. Oh my god! Yeah, back in like 1996. Yeah. Same time the Cheetah Pet was out. Yeah, don't play with me.
Yeah, you knew. I mean, I thought it was funny. It was such a funny thing because aren't they just like baby, like really small, like krill shrimp or something like that?
Tadpoles. Yeah, they're
That's all they were, and they just marketed these things that you could buy and love, and they just sit in a tank and just kind of go around, and they would like have this like ad where it's just like a
like
daddy sea monkey and like a mommy sea monkey and like a little baby sea monkey. It was freaking hilarious.
It looked like sperm.
Just some guy. Can you imagine just some guy in a factory like, all right, next, like.
Okay, really, that was something I did not need right now.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. You reading 50 Shades of Grey?
Oh man, I'm sorry for that that illustration that I did. It was quite a poor illustration at that, but
For a second, I didn't understand it, and then I was like, oh my god, I know where he's going with this. I know what that means.
I know what that means.
Excuse me.
I think this has officially become the international symbol for.
I think that's like playing tug of war.
Is that how you play tug of war?
No, it's the shake.
I didn't.
That's the shake weight.
Yeah, I was showing Boba how I use my shake weight.
Yeah, how you kill people or cut them or. I don't know anymore. Stop it.
I'm sorry. I'm just really stuck on that. It's awesome. Oh my god. Let's see what else can we talk about?
Hey, I have to put you on hold really quick.
Okay.
I have one. No, I don't.
Has anybody started their Christmas shopping? Did we already talk about that?
No, let me go get it really quick.
I think we kind of talked about it last time. I kind of had a idea of what I had put everyone out and then done like a list of what I'm getting everyone. However,
Okay, good, because I really didn't care. I was just wondering, like, because it's too early to fucking talk about Christmas.
I'll be right back, okay, guys?
All right.
Oh, okay.
Don't cause a ruckus.
We're
We'll
gonna
try
fight.
not to.
Of course you will.
Oh man.
What celebrities did you say you ran into?
What's what?
You said you had some celebrity run-ins.
Yeah. Bubba had asked me, or asked us as a group if we had any celebrity run-ins, a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And I ran it. I've got to meet a couple like celebrities. trying to think back. Who did I say? I've ran into my favorite actually one that I did was actually at a Dodger game. I was there with a friend. We were watching the game, and we had box seats, and my friend doesn't like you get free Dodger dogs inside the box seats, but she doesn't like Dodger dogs.
What?
So, yeah, I know, right? I'm like, how are you a Dodgers fan and don't like Dodger dogs? That just doesn't make sense. But whatever. So
You know they play tomorrow, right?
what?
You know they play tomorrow, right?
Yes, yeah, I'm pretty.
First game, you know that the Dodgers have waited all year to get back to the season, right?
Oh yeah, dude. No, it's been a long way back, but you know what? We did pretty good, and so I'm really excited. It's gonna be a good time.
They hit Hanley. They're not making it to the bus. I'm just saying that right now.
Yeah,
They're not making it to the bus.
man. But yeah, what?
What are we
We're
talking
talking
about?
about the celebrity run-ins the other day.
Yeah, how we talked about that. I'm telling the story about how I met Stephen Amell, and
Oh.
yeah, he for me like he's just a TV guy that's on he's on the show Arrow on the CW. Huh?
I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about, yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I was at the Dodger game, and my friend doesn't like Dodger dogs, so we went down to the ground level to go get some some other food, and we're walking around, and he like walked past me, and I saw his face, and I was like, man, why do I know that guy? And it just hit me like that, and I turned around, and I totally forgot if his name was like Stefan or Steven, and I was just like, you! And he just happened to turn, yeah, it's Steven. And
Yes.
he turned around, and luckily I was like, oh my god, I'm a huge fan, man. Can I take a picture with you real quick? And he was really nice enough to take a couple pictures with me. Really cool guy. Kept walking that way. No one else stopped him. But it's funny, when I got back up to the box, I put on Facebook. He's really big on Facebook. I put on Facebook that the picture and thanked him for stopping with me and taking a picture. And he shared that on his page, and we had like over 200,000 likes, shares, and comments on it, and it was really, really cool. Weird thing though is because of that, I actually started getting friend requests from a bunch of people, which I don't mind friend requests. I'll add almost anyone just because I'm always doing different stuff, so I don't know who I meet. But I started getting these friend requests from different countries and people I never met, and then they started asking stalker questions, like, how do you know Stephen Amell, and have you been to his house, and where does he live, and all this. I'm like, whoa. People are freaking crazy, man. I never thought that would happen because of a picture that a celebrity shared.
That's why I didn't take any pictures with the celebrities I've met. I got to meet Paul McCartney. I don't have a picture. I don't have a picture of that, but I have the memory.
Mm-hmm.
I have the pamphlet from when I worked at Coachella Music Festival,
Yeah.
and I just got to meet him backstage, and I was just in awe. You know who you are? I was dumbfounded because, I was just and I was that way with Reba McEntire.
Oh, dude, I would love to meet her. She's funny.
Dude, I stood 3 feet from her. I did security for the main stage at Coachella Festival and Stagecoach.
Okay.
115 degrees in the shade.
Oh.
That's not weather for fat people. That is hot. People were out there for the Coachella Festival,
Yeah.
and they had been out there all day, and they started dropping like flies at 3 p.m.
Huh.
I started carrying them backstage to the EMTs.
Yeah.
Now, I'm big. I'm not built for this exercise. I'm not, So about the fourth person I took back there, I was a little already deterred.
Yeah.
I sat her down. I looked up, and there was David Hasselhoff staring at me. And he's 3 sheets into the wind.
Yeah.
Hi, do you want to take a picture with me? Okay. You've already pissed off the fat guy. Now, I understand who you are. Can you call Kit in here? You got Pamela Anderson's phone number? If you can't do those things for me, then I'll see you later. Can I take a picture with you? Oh, please. Can you save these little girls so I can go back to standing out there? This motherfucker. Complete alcoholic, let me tell you.
That's the hop, man.
He was completely under the influence.
Was he? Hannah, have you had any run-ins with some celebrities?
Yes, I have. Hello. I am a celebrity. I see them all the time.
I like how you have like a Mexican accent on that.
I don't know what's going on. I've had too much to drink, but I'm just gonna keep drinking. Let's see. I've met Josh Duhamel and Fergie when she was pregnant. She's super cute. Met Kourtney Kardashian and Lamar Odom and one of the other Kardashian sisters, but I forget her name. It wasn't Kim. Oh, Khloe.
Oh.
Met Khloe Kardashian. Met Lady Gaga. I think that's it for right now.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's good. Lady Gaga has the cutest French bulldog, and I must have one. So any of our listeners who would like to fund this life-changing experience for me, please make donations.
Dear God.
I must have a French bulldog. What?
You wouldn't have a life.
I need a French bulldog.
They're so ugly.
I'm getting out of this chat now. It's been over a half an hour and you guys are rude.
Oh my God.
I'm not
Rudest creatures I've ever seen in my entire life. And I must
Okay, watch this way. You want to see ugly? Hold on. Oprah, come here. Come here. Come here, Oprah. You want to see ugly? Hold on. Come here, Mama. Come here.
I'm really terrified right now. What do you mean ugly? Look at that adorable little creature.
Huh?
Bo, what is it?
But what is it? It's a pug? It looks like she ran into a wall at like 80.
Because her whole face is smashed in.
Dude, she does. Like, hi. How are you doing today?
I must have one.
Oh, dude, she snores louder than I do.
Yeah, and then his ears are going to stick up like this, and I'm going to name him Stitch.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you going to start dyeing him blue too?
What?
Are you going to dye him blue so that way he looks like Stitch?
I'm going to, for Halloween.
For Halloween.
And I'm going to be Lilo.
Frank, have I not taught you anything? She has pussy. She has the power. She can paint that dog fucking yellow if she wanted to. You can't say... Like, that's just the waste of words. Like, okay, hon, whatever. Like, you can't say shit. Anna?
What?
Can I get an amen from the choir?
Amen from the choir.
And are men too weak for you nowadays?
Men are just sissy lalas. Like, I feel like, you know, if I had, I don't know how to say this because I've been drinking. I just feel like guys need to step it up and we need to stop with the whole, like, metrosexual thing. It's okay for men to dress nice. That's not what I'm saying. Calm down. Calm down. But when they're wearing my jeans from my closet, I'm not okay with it. And then they're just kind of like girly, like, hey, my tire is popped on the side of the freeway. He's like, don't you have AAA? Do you want to die? Like, done. Leave. Hitchhike. I feel like this is definitely a problem. And they can't do oil changes, and they can't open your car door for you, and they don't pay for dates anymore. Dude,
okay.
Come on.
All right.
Come on.
As far as the date thing goes, I've actually been yelled at for paying for stuff on a date
because girls suck just as much as guys do now. let me tell you how bad we suck. we want to do that whole like. So I think this is where it came from. We're like, oh no, it's okay. I could pay for part of I could pay for my dinner, and then one guy just randomly broke the chain, and was like, oh, you will, okay, and the girl was like, no, I was just offering. Like you're supposed to say no to that. And so then all of a sudden it just became this like custom where women start paying for our own dates, and then we get offended when a guy does it because, hello, we can take care of ourselves. But let's be honest, we don't really want to take care of ourselves. And men still need to open the car door, and women need to let men do things. You know, like women need to let men be men. By not letting you guys pay for our stuff, like taking us out on a real date, we're taking away your masculinity. Like, open the door for me. Go play in the mud. Get dirty. Like, do what you're supposed to do. But let us women, like, get dolled up and be pretty because we want to show off for you. That's what we want to do. But we've kind of lost that, and now men are like, oh, you have to get ready, I have to get ready, and let me do my hair and whiten my teeth, and you know, I don't know, whatever. It takes a man so long to get ready. Like, come on, dude. You take longer than me getting ready because you're plucking your eyebrows, something seriously wrong.
That's fairly true. I mean, the worst I do is my hair, kind of, and not even that much anymore. But I'm usually ready in like 30 minutes, including shower.
And I'm not saying like let go of that. I just feel like so many guys are doing like so much more. Like, please get cleaned up for us. We love it. Shave, you know, trim your beard a little bit. You know, I don't do your hair a little. Don't shave it off. Just like a nice trim is good. We think the same with the down there, by the way. And
oh really? You know what? Go ahead. Go ahead. With that. Go ahead. With that. See what
Hold on. Time out. I got the floor. I'm going to tell you as a fat person, if we shave down there for you, that is love. That is love. You can pass out and almost die in the shower if you're a fat person.
But I'm just saying she will appreciate that so much more, and it'll be like 50 Shades of Grey times 10. You're clean? But, I mean, you don't have to be, like, clean all that. Just trim it. Like, let's not grow a jungle down there, gentlemen. Please.
It goes both ways. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm right there with you.
Both ways.
Totally agree.
More so for men than I think for women.
Ladies, you know.
I
Anyways.
think Bubba froze. Oh, wait, there he is.
Oh, yeah, I'm back. Don't worry about me.
Oh.
I got this. I got this, playa. But Hannah, can I get an amen from the choir?
Amen from the choir. Amen from the choir.
You pass out, yeah. You could almost die, shit, yeah. Whew, Lord. Okay.
Okay, but really, you don't have to shave your legs. You don't have to shave your arms. You don't shave your armpits. Like, come on, guys. We're shaving, like, our whole bodies for you.
Okay, you make it seem like it's all the time for us. Come on.
No, I'll totally admit that there's not a time where I shower and don't shave. Like, I can't stand prickly legs with jeans. It freaks me out. But I'd like to think, yeah, you know, maybe it's for you.
I think it's part for us, and
I shaved for this show, actually. Shaved my legs today for this show.
you shave for the show that your legs don't even get shown on.
Yeah.
That's a smart decision. That's a lot of time invested for a smart investment.
Show's not over.
Heyo. I'm not done with my drink yet, so we're looking pretty.
Oh, watch out. This could turn into a different kind of show. Oh, speaking of a different kind of show, actually, I could share this. So I was at I was at Shamrocks last Tuesday supporting some fellow comics at the comedy competition down there, and getting a chance to see. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I guess Noe headline. Dude, that guy's freaking hilarious. But as we're there after the show, they do Johnny Herrera, or DJ Herrera, does his thing. He throws down the DJ for another hour or so, and these two girls who had been there all night, dressed very provocatively, I might add. They were kind of nice. They were.
Do we ever dress modestly?
What?
Do we ever dress modestly?
Oh, okay.
Not
There was.
That's the problem. No, not anymore. That's the problem. You don't make men work for it. If you work for
No,
it,
not at all. Not at all. Sorry, Frank. Go ahead. We'll talk about that issue.
I totally get what you're saying. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a way about being cute about it. These girls, what I'm trying to get to is they weren't cute about it. They were just a little too much.
you knew what they were there for.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you knew. And so
Okay.
yeah. So after the show goes on, DJ Herrera is spinning his stuff, and these girls are dancing pretty provocatively out there. Well, I go outside on the patio, with all the other comics. We're sitting there bullshitting, doing our thing, and they come outside for a smoke, and I guess they weren't getting that much attention at the time or something, and one of them looked at me and was like, "Hey, do you have $5?" I was just like, I mean, I didn't actually have $5 like on me, so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go with this." I'm like, "Yeah, I got $5. Why? What's up?" And she's like, "I will do almost anything for $5 if you ask me for it." I was like, "What?" And she looked at me, she's like, "What do you want me to do for $5?" And I just looked at her, I was like, not realistically, like, I was like, I don't know what she means, like, I have an idea what she means, but I'm not all the way there. And I was like, okay, well, why don't you surprise me? And then she then started doing very provocative things with her friend. And I just kind of sat there in awe after about 10 minutes. She's like, how about them $5? And I was like, well, I don't actually have $5. I was just wanted to see where this was going. And then she was just like, oh, whatever. It's just a stripper's mentality. So apparently there were strippers. I think there were more than that. But they kept going in this fashion. And, I mean, it's to the point where the whole bar stopped what they were doing and just sat there just like, what's going on now? I mean, it was pretty ridiculous in a bar. But awesome at the same time.
I have no words back, but awesome at the same time. This is why we're so messed up in the head.
What? I mean, okay, I'm just saying, it's awesome as a viewer, as a guy just kind of just hanging out, not really talking to another girl or anything, I was just hanging out, and I was just like, you know what? Free show, why not? And especially if they're the ones putting that energy and that label on themselves out there when I wasn't even talking to them. And they were letting everybody in this place know what they were doing. So, I mean, why not? I was just hanging out, minding my own business, and boom. Now, if it was a girl that I was actually planning on talking to and actually trying to approach, yeah, I would totally be like, you know what, I'm not going to waste my time because you're here for a totally another thing. That's your thing. But, it was cool.
See, back in my day, I would have been trying to get the $5 off the table, but somebody just left it there for, like, yeah, no, I'm sorry. That was bad.
No, it's true, though. A lot of people,
Girls, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's what I'm trying to get at is that they, the guys that were approaching them knew what was up, and then for the most part, a lot of guys just stood back and watched because a lot of men wouldn't be like, I think a lot of guys were actually intimidated by them. I was more just put off by what they were doing, but it was, I mean, not so much put off, but just like, well, there's no point in actually talking to them if they're just gonna do that for free.
Why buy the cow when you get the milk for free?
But this is the problem. This is what women are resorting to get the attention that they want.
It's not that hard. I mean, realistically, if a girl walked up to me and had a nice conversation, I thought we had a nice conversation, I would totally ask her out. Easy. Just you meet someone, you say, hey, you have fun.
I feel like everything's just so difficult now. Like, our culture is definitely it's okay to live with somebody before marriage and be the housewife and play by all these rules, and why get married anyways because you're already doing anything, so why tie yourself down to them? You know what I mean? I mean, date-wise, the guy's like, oh, well, I'm going to pay for your stuff. I'm not going to put a ring on your finger because I don't want to invest that in you, but, we're exclusive, but, if I find somebody else, then I find somebody else. And it's the same with the girl. We're playing housewife, we're doing the laundry, we're doing the dishes, we're essentially taking care of him in that matter.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, because I do think it's, people do the whole living together thing. I don't really see a problem with it. I would totally live with somebody before we got, married and stuff, because I think in now society, you get married because you love that person. Because back in the day, it's like it was looked frowned upon to do anything like that, or or the people that did were put off as something else. And I mean, realistically,
I just want to say, out of the 2 people I've lived with, I'm not with either one of them. So don't move in with them if you don't want to see the dark side. And if you really want to marry them, just put a ring on it and get married before you move in. Because you learn some scary stuff, and then you're just like, well, I'm not really necessarily needing to be in this relationship.
Wouldn't that be like settling?
Solo's great. Everybody should date and have lots of relationships. All at once. Lots of boyfriends. That's the alcohol talking. It's just really fun.
I'm sure.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've always been one when it comes to dating. I dated some dumb girls in my time, so I don't really like wasting my time. I'd rather take the time to oh, thanks for that, Hannah. I'd rather take the time to get to know them. I mean, dating wise, I kind of move a little fast sometimes, but as far as serious commitment stuff, I would rather wait and actually really see what's going on. Just because, I mean, if I'm gonna invest that much time into you, I really want to know what's going on. I don't want to one day find out something weird or crazy and that's just gonna ruin the whole thing. Versus really getting to know a person and like you said last time, dating somebody who's your best friend, who you guys find the similar interests with each other, and you can make each other laugh on stupid stuff. I don't know. My take on it.
The monogamy, or the same old routine, the same old shit. That stuff gets boring.
It gets boring.
And in a relationship, you have to work at it. You have to work at for a relationship. It can't just be all ticks and e-card. It just
ladies need to step up and put on some of that lingerie and, cook dinner.
It doesn't. What? No, it doesn't take that. It doesn't take that anymore, and women know it. It doesn't. You don't have to work that hard anymore, ladies. You fucking wink at a guy and we're ready for it. That's the problem. And I'm not saying that you guys are making it too damn easy. You have to work at it too. I've been saying it the whole time. Y'all have the power.
I love this UTI today because I'm really liking how it's all about the women. And I wasn't really expecting that coming into this evening, but it's definitely a good confidence booster, I think, because sometimes I feel like, man, I suck at relationships, and, I feel like maybe not used is the right word, but, I get turned into, a housewife, and all of a sudden I'm doing laundry and cooking for somebody else, and it's I'm 24. I don't need to be tied down. If you're not willing to put a ring on it, or, not saying that I want one, let's not go there right now. But, you know what I mean? Women, we commit ourselves so much. Not saying that you guys don't, but a lot of gentlemen don't. And we give so much, but we're not necessarily given back to. I feel like a lot of women are like that now. And you see these horrible relationships, and you're just looking at these great girls, and you're like, dude, why are you with him? He's such a jerk.
But it goes both ways. I've dated myself.
So goes both. I totally agree, though.
I mean, honestly, a fair share of the women that I end up meeting, I'm like I said, I'm a pretty easygoing guy. I'm pretty whatever's about stuff, and then a lot of people will tend to take advantage of that just because I kind of go with the flow, and they think they can do whatever. Versus me just being like, yeah, and that's why I think I'm more selective now. It's just because of that. It's like, you know what, I'm okay. I've been through this already. Next.
Can I give a timeout, though? Girls don't like a guy who's like, oh, whatever. We want somebody who's going to come in and be 50 Shades of Grey. Just be like, look, this is what it is. This is what we're doing. Even if it comes to dinner and a girl's like, oh, I don't care. You got to just be like, okay, we're going to pizza. Or, you just got to throw it down and be the man, because that's what we're really missing. We're missing this masculinity of this guy. Especially you, Frank, and Bubba. You guys are these, I don't want to say it what I'm attracted to it, but whatever. You guys are these bigger dudes. You're attractive. You're manly. It's don't be so relaxed about it. Because girls like a guy that's just going to be like, okay, this is what we're doing. It's so attractive than somebody who's just kind of like wishy-washy.
Are you saying I'm wishy-washy?
When you're just kind of like relaxed, yeah, you're a little. You could be. I don't know. Are you wishy-washy?
I don't think.
Yeah, Frank, a woman could walk all over you and she could take a wink and she could have you.
When you're married, that's how it will be. Easy. It'll just turn all around on you because then she just has you done. Done.
No, the wink.
When you're first dating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Frank knows I'm right. He has no comment on this. He's like, yeah, damn you, Hannah.
No. Either way. So we've actually been going for a whole hour.
I'm done with you.
You're done with it? Thanks.
This hour has been a long time. I'm done.
It has been a long time. But yeah. So I think we're going to call it a day today, guys. So thank you all that listen live, and thank you all for the people who are listening later. Look down in the description below for all our social media needs, and buy from me, buy from Bubba, and
What are we buying?
huh?
What are we buying?
Well, because it's been an hour. We do shows for like an hour.
Let's get offline. Let's chit chat for a second.
Oh God! All right, guys. So later, and thank you guys for tuning in.